Been allowed a lot of map space at the moment, and you could tell that they've used that to set up here. Going to be one grenade thrown towards library, one towards the pit, it seems. And they're going to see if they can wrap around. This could be really powerful. Device starting to creep back. That's a great headshot for the Device to follow it up. It's a shutdown completely. They're just running in to a meat grinder at the moment. Snatchy and Neo, the only ones left, and they're having a really hard time. That smoke down in front. They don't even know how to pass it at the moment. We're down to 35 seconds as they finally try and see if they can walk past, but they're locked in right now. You can see they're even wondering, how do we get out? You can tell on the minimap that pretty much all of Astralis is here. They're boxed in. It's not really a good answer at the moment. And even falling back towards the B bomb site, making sure they don't get thrown out of this one. Device with one more headshot, leaving Neo in a 1 versus 4. And he's trying to hunt it down. If he get this kill, maybe he could have got the bomb plant, but that's going to be a round win for Astralis, and you need it.
Yeah, we did get to cover them, you know, I guess when we saw a last positive outing from them, which was Shanghai.
Yeah, that was about it.
Yeah, as we see Device and Glaive clean up pretty easily, and Archer somewhat halfway committal from Virtus Pro there, didn't commit their entire squad. That's also going to be something that's actually Astralis are becoming more and more renowned for, and more, I guess, getting more and more credit for the fact that they seemingly have a plan for every single round. Not a lot of teams go into every round.
Yeah, they're pushing them back, and they're actually, if nothing else, they're forcing Astralis to use a couple of more grenades than maybe they would want to here. So even if it doesn't seem like the Polish squad has been accomplishing that much, they've managed to push a couple of grenades out of this A bomb site. Now they're down to 30 seconds, so they need to kind of commit. Walking close in by 4 people on the bomb site still. Morel's going to open up, taking down Dupree. That's a powerful start. Mega's going to go down as well, no problem at all. And Sid, he's almost out of bullets. He's going to fall. Great take here at the bomb site. 15 seconds left, and they're going to get the bomb planted.
One of the boxes to peer over the smokes, but Morel's being aware of that pretty much opens up the Virtus Pro train to get to the station.
Always give up that corner, but they were sort of forced back, so already is a lot of success in that round. Now they're going to go and see if they can fight a little bit of Banana. That's a fight a lot of teams have lost to Astralis lately. We talked about the grenade usage already, and it's already coming out a bit here against Pasha, who's hiding inside of the smoke. Glaive is on the other side. You can see Neo is just thinking about it, but not going to take the shot instead. Glaive running right through. This is absolute madness. Taking down 3 players just like that. You thought it maybe would be the grenades that made a difference, but Glaive, the perfect timing to edge through the smoke.
And team play, that would have been more towards the Astralis you could lead towards and expect.
Exactly.
But it's nice, like if you want to maintain, you know, your position as the best team in the world, you kind of have to throw a couple of wrenches in there. Here we go again. Sipnix is going to go on the hunt. Doesn't matter if he sees them or not, still going to pick up 2 VP players.
Yeah, for anyone watching who's not used to watching Counter-Strike, again, the outlines that you see through the walls is not what the players are seeing. They don't have that X-ray vision that we call it. So very hard to see anyone through a smoke. You definitely can't, and he still managed to somehow track the players on the other side just right. Device with a little bit of edge offing there, taking down 2 people.
They're down now.
It might be really well timed. It does land on Snatchy and Neo. They're not going to be happy about that. Glaive just making it back around the corner. Now, if he went down, it was going to be nobody else there to defend. But you see the smoke put up behind him, and he's gambling that no one is going to be crazy enough to follow him through. He's right about that. And so another player's come over as well. Device now. Sip as well. A lot of people there. And Meg is going to shut down 2 people. That's a bit too much to handle.
Yeah, right now it's just... They're not going to be doing one way, they're going to do it in a different way. And you can see Astralis are very proactive about how they use their setups as well. First buy round it was Device set as the sole defender of the bomb site. This time it was Glaive. They have protocols and things set up for each and every scenario. Bomb pilots have done such a good job. Right now we're seeing a tower in Banana here with Sipnix and Device, but the fact that Astralis have also been... Nice shot there, wins out the deal with Snatchy. The fact that Astralis have been so, you know, happy to actually just leave Device or Glaive as a sole defender makes it really tough for Virtus Pro to ever know what's going on.
It's perfect timing. It's a beautiful shot from Neo, but Mihu taking out Vegas as well. He's got a grenade out. A position in the graveyard from Dupree is very powerful indeed. And now Device has snuck up behind, so 2 on 3, but they're again weirdly boxed in. How do they get out from this position? Dupree turning his back, and he's going to go down. Somehow he wasn't ready for it. It's a good double kill for Neo. Might have actually given them a chance here. The bomb making its way onto the side. It's going to be planted as well now. 2 on 2. Grenade, smoke, and a follow-up flashbang. They want to make sure they buy as much time as possible. Morales has got 1 left as well, but this is a must-win round for Virtus Pro. If they want a chance of getting back here on Inferno, it's going to have to start right now. Device banking 1 grenade off the wall. Going to try and set up for another one for Sip to come in from the other direction. You could tell Astralis just communicating, how do they make this one work? Sip gonna get one headshot, it's all on Neo. He's in the corner and he's gonna be going down. They have the time with the kit as well. 35 seconds. They're essentially playing a 2-on-4 on this side of the map for the next 5 seconds. But already, Glaive is just saying, I'm just gonna gamble it all on the fact that no one is going to be here and rush straight to the site. So now it is a 3-on-4. Glaive already spotting a couple of people. Oh, they line up and he takes both of them down. An absolute disaster. The bomb is down as well. Finally, Glaive is gone, but it doesn't even matter. 15 seconds. Morels, what could he do? He can't even make it to the B-bomb side on time. This is a heartbreaking way to lose a round right now. Device was thinking about rotating out. You could tell that he's in library right now and he's maybe wanting to check it out. A lot of grenades over the wall, the Molotov as well there. Glaive put under a lot of pressure. Sip on the other side of the crossfire. Can they make their way through? 17 seconds, already shot in the back. And oh no, takes a little while and they all die at the same time. Oh. They stop right on top of each other. It was like...
more efficient with it, but because Glaive has done such a good job of grabbing the attention from the VP players, he actually makes it count. Gets 3 kills out of it. As you mentioned as well, Device was onto it, so he was already in spot, already in place to support the 2 initial defenders. And VP, well, once again, I mean, you don't have money, Astralis are going to bully you.
Yeah, it really is the style that they're playing, just running through the smokes and everything else, and they're making it work at the moment. 2-on-4 here, but Snatchy and Mihu, very, very poor positions to try and fight your way back. This is... it's a very little respect shown out of Astralis, and for good reason.
Possible to get a read. The only constant really with Astralis' defense is the fact that Magisk is holding apps.
Yeah.
So what are you to make of this? If you're thinking game theater reverse pro right now, it's just you have to enter that beautiful mind state, become Russell Crowe and figure it out. But it's extremely tough. Morel's just gonna get granted by another nade. Luckily that misses out. That would have been perfect.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was almost too good to be true. 25 seconds now. 3-man stack on the A side. Dupree's made his way back just in time. Still, this could work out. One good entry kill for VP, and maybe they could find a way to break through. They'll be wrapping around very quickly. Dupree's going to pick up the first one. Good crossfire here, but Snatchy's going to open it right up. Double kill taking down Dupree and Megas. That's a beautiful way to enter the site, and that's a good shot from Glaive. Mihu just wanted to see if there was anyone by library. Indeed there was. Pasha and Snatchy now. Again, the positions are not exactly great here. If Pasha goes down, Snatchy's going to be completely surrounded. He's proactive though, getting a headshot. Pasha as well, taking down Glaive, and it's looking much better right now. It's Sip now in a 1 versus 2, creeping on in, and he's going to be going down. Snatchy with a quad kill, and Virtus Pro pick up a 2nd round right at the end of the half. Better late than never.
Better late than never. And it did happen in a pretty similar fashion as to what we saw from them the first time around. They picked up a round. Again, it's a quad side wrap. Yeah. After they've actually been given quite a bit of real estate. Both of them at first and then initially towards mid as well. So when they're actually allowed to get a little bit of space to work with.
That's going to look weird from Astralis' point of view. I mean, it looked weird from Morel's point of view, but...
it's like one of those days where nothing's really going your way. There, luckily, Mihu catches a break.
Molotov, though, he has to move immediately. Catching him as he's jumping out. Mihu hitting one more headshot. He's feeling it right now with this USP, you could tell. He wants another chance. Can he make it happen? 3rd kill. He's looking for a thought. Not even reloading, just wanted to see if he could get that quad kill. Not quite going to happen. Still a 2-on-3 here. And no bomb plan yet. Megis, that is a nice strafe shot. Actually, he's still alive. I thought maybe Pasha would have been able to shoot him in the back right then and there. He's alone in a 1 versus 2, and with a C-set 75, he's going to be careful. 12 bullets, but he can't reload any longer, so he has to make this work or pick up another gun, potentially. He's in crossfire, jumping through, and it's not going to work out. For grenade. We'll see. Good shot there from Morels. Taking down Sip. Instant headshot with a UMP. Now Mega's trying to push his way through. Standing in the fire and also with a flashback in his eyes. You can't see a single thing, and Snatchy will eventually take him down. Pasha running up behind with the auto shotgun. He's ready to clean them up. Big double, great triple. Taking down Glaive at the end. That's so wonderful. You could tell that was almost a little bit personal, wasn't it? He was like the Terminator just walking in there.
Yeah, that was just like full-on conviction mode right there, never stopping.
With the Deagle. Get a bit tricky when you miss that first one. And Neo almost going down. Sip knows it as well. Waiting for the smoke and just perfect time. Snatchy wants to recover it. This isn't really Snatchy's fault. I mean, he almost has to do something to try and get them back in the round.
See if they had something prepared. But no, it's just been a demolition from start to finish here from the Danish squad.
Yeah, absolutely. Dupree to take down the last one. 16-3 as Astralis win the first map here at Last Row in Istanbul. And I don't know, that was very one-sided, obviously. Hard test when you're a Virtus Pro early on in the tournament. Definitely.
It's not the matchup that you sat at home waiting for. Like,
no.
Yeah, we get to draw Astralis in the first round. That I think most teams know how that's going to pan out initially or eventually.
5 players with Kevlar for Space Soldiers, which means all USPs. Nobody pulling out to CZ or a 5-7. I would have liked to have seen a CZ in a high-pressure place like the pit, for example. Anyway, we've got him jumping past Astralis to avoid being headshot. They will exchange kills, 2 for 2 so far, and it continues in favor of Astralis.
That makes it really, really hard here for Xantares. They know his position, though. Calix can just go for the deep peek on that player if he possibly wants to. Xantares is opened up onto the bomb site now, trying to get it done with the USP, but he cannot. Too many players.
2 more players to find here, using the smoke to create some space. In the meantime, Zipex charging through a burst play through top mid, and now Engine's in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, this is very difficult. You are surrounded, sir. Engine looking to have a good hold here with this M4. It's the weapon for the job, and he's going to be smoked as well. Maybe that helps him, though, as he can creep around that to try to make things a little bit more difficult for the opponents. And you can see there is a time pressure here, and they know someone's in the bomb site somewhere. They've got a better beat on Engine's position. He just has to go for it. Oh, Engine's so close to that one. Can't prevent the plant. That could have been massive for his team, but instead, the bomb will go down, and the chances will perhaps go down as well for Space Soldiers. However, there are some CZs lurking on the bomb site. Kevlar, these players. Hello. Paz picks up an AK in the corner of the bomb site. Is there a trade? Is there a crossfire perhaps for him to play off of? No. Engine was smoked off. Ooh, so close to that one. It will be cleaned up by Astralis, though, and they are looking like they are righting the ship here. Could have gone a lot worse for them. That's just Calix.
Ooh, you say just, but Device is on 23 HP, and he's got a 1 versus 1 on the A bomb site because Magis picks off the last player on B. He knows it. He's got to move fast. He doesn't have a kit. Is there one on the floor, though? He's got to find Device. Device has to hide for as long as possible here. He's waiting now. His teammate's on arch. Has he got the bullets? No. Magis comes just in time.
But Xantares is waiting. Perhaps he can get some frags on the board in this one. He's got a deagle in hand. There's one. Very clean shot onto Glaive. More perhaps where that came from as he repositions quickly now. Can't quite get the shot in time as he takes the aim punch from Magisk. Calix, though, he's found the bomb and an AK-47. Grenades to be deployed as well. This is getting very hairy here. Oh, they line up and he gets another. This is getting real bad, real fast until it is shut down by Space Soldiers.
See the timing. Will it be a double peek from them? With the flashbang as well. The pre-fire! Dupree with 2. So he saw the first player. Second player walked straight into it. And just like that, in a matter of 3 seconds, 4 players are gone. And Xantares is like, man, I got this AK. I was ready to do all this damage. And now everybody's gone. In position just as Paz looks away. But Paz will have the flick. And now the bomb... Well, Magis is going back towards A, and so is Device after deploying a grenade. They've pulled Major out of position. Dupree, though, oh, that's a lovely spray from him. He was completely blind.
Yeah, he had no idea about that one. Or maybe he did. Engine, though, from the pit position is strong. If he can just anchor this, if he can hold this with rotation coming in, it can work. But they are so far away. Spray comes in. First player down. Smoke to try to obscure his position. But they are going to be quickly looking for him. 30 seconds to plant the bomb. Gets the dink, but not the kill. And that's an open bomb site now for Astralis to get the plant down. Major and Calix on the rotation. A 2v2. They need this round.
Major has to scope in early so as not to concede his position and creep up very slowly indeed. In the meantime, Calix is in that balcony area, but I don't know if they're going to find any angles here. The flashbang, it will be heard surely by Dupree. That's a lovely shot from onto Magisk. Dupree, do they know where he is? Has he got this? They have no kit, these CTs. Can he delay enough time? He's trying to. There's the kill. Have the grenades. There are no P250s on the Space Soldiers side. The rest of Kevlar. Look at the spam. The inbox is full for Zipex. Device and Glaive around the B bomb site, looking for the one taps, but he will be the recipient. Device is still holding things down though. Spotted the bomb, can call for the rotation. A slow lurk from Magis, but he needs to get there quickly, or does he? Dupree is delivering. Dupree is Device. The double Ds on the B bomb site, too much to handle. Boy, does Magis play for time instead of the frags? He doesn't need to fight to the death. He's got a pop flash here. They've got to plant that bomb, and that's crossfire for the CTs. Could be brutal. It's a 2-on-5, but this could still work out. The bomb on the floor now. Device is here. It's falling to pieces, and that's going to be that. Astralis with a master stroke in the last round of that game to really shut it down. 16-6. A late comeback from Space Soldiers, but Astralis were just too strong.
Yeah, they were really, really good in this match. Obviously, you know, the pistols can always hurt losing those, but in a matchup like this, you just don't.
Talk about Astralis, right? It's their Inferno gameplay. This could be one of the faster matches after what we saw yesterday from Cloud9. At the current moment, it's Magisk and Zipex and Dupree making quick work of this A-site execution. Flusha and Cove tried very valiantly to get out from the apartments, and while they do have a little footing on the bomb site, it's supposed to come to an end. It's supposed to come to an end, but it hasn't just yet. Finally, Flusha goes down.
Now, 3-4, and there is a chance here where Magisk goes down and it's a whole different round. And there it happens. So now we'll see the after effects as Dupree comes to trade.
Nice. I like that Dupree goes for that little bit of a peek. Does catch Golden trying to line up nades. Caught in an open position. Dupree's support is just arriving, and he's in a pretty predictable corner. Because of the smoke being thrown down from the T's, Device was unable to help him in this situation. Glaive has to find a way to push in from Library side, but that's what's being covered from Flusha. And at this current moment, Astralis cannot hit a shot. It is Flusha and Skadoodle combined for the clutch. A little bit of cover in front of him, so he's looking over the top of it, anticipating that Cloud9 go for something like this, a boost. However, it works. Regardless of Dupree's efforts, Device is still caught towards Graveyard, and now these T's just get cleaned up by Magisk? What was that? Double headshot spray down. It looks so damn smooth. And it's a 3 versus 2. They've just hit this brick wall. Dupree comes out from the corner and he clears the board.
I think that's kind of sad about a team who's like usually less favored is that they get really good at eco rounds. But it's always good to see these.
Couple of missed shots here from the Opera of Astralis. However, a pistol's all he really needed. He'll punch in some damage, and once more, they keep going, and despite them clearing out towards CT spawn, it's 2 players over towards A, and there's still a strong defense here. There's another man inside of the pit. Magisk is just gonna wait for the perfect moment to strike, but Flusha should know to check this first, and the fight goes the way of Astralis. 10 seconds, he could deny the plant, but he's got so many players coming down on him. Automatic will clear him out.
You know, the pit was a liability that I feel like they weren't totally prepared for, and he might have been able to do more damage than would have been nice. But
it's not going to be Skadoodle on the forefront. He's going to be trying to trade Rush, who may just be walking into the scope of Device. It's smoked.
Oh.
And he could walk right through that. But he's walking into what could be a many players of a setup. He actually comes back into the arch side. Now it's Zipex's decision to move through the smoke, and there's a player just behind him. Turn around! Somebody turn around! Both are making information. Finally, there's the kill. Zipex gets the best of it. Now Cloud9 are in an awful position. It's just going to get clamped down onto them once more. That moment between Zipex and Rush could have gone either way. And I feel like if Rush picks up the kill, then they blast open this A site from behind.
Yeah, he's in the periphery. He's able to see so many spots that are now compromised that have attention taken away from them because they initially didn't see anybody wrapping Arch, right? Rush did a great job of being inconspicuous, and then when his position was known, Zipex gets that kill, and then he actually gets another one. So now Flush is in the 1v2. We're gonna see how critically important it is that it helps him isolate this frag, but Zipex is just too good on the straight-up mechanics.
Golden's at least able to get one back, but it is over towards this A site where now we find a 2v4. Turn 3, Magisk from pit, able to already pick himself up a kill. It's Device to miss another shot. Too many targets presenting themselves at one time. He looked overwhelmed. And so the A site is 2. It's been taken. Cloud9 grab it, and Astralis, they're immediately going to go for this save.
But there it is, that Molotov. Starting off every single round, quite interesting. And here it is. They're a little bit more adamant now. Between 2 fires with automatic. New show coming to Funny or Die.
There it is, the frags to follow suit. I was just about to say, when does the artillery hit? You had them standing in the battlefield, and even though automatic gets the kill to Glaive, it's instantly responded not by a trade, but rather a frag to the face. Sometimes it's not even fair, Launders.
Yeah, such is life, I suppose. And one of the first pure duels that we've seen, Device and Skadoodle both slide into the angle at the exact same time.
Device just moments sooner, however, so he does get the best of him. 4 versus 2 turned 3 versus 2. It looks like Golden's got himself something to say, joined by Flusha, but neither with Bomb. It was dropped long ago towards Banana. Easy cleanup at the end. I mean, you can see, leaving the bomb behind spelled disaster. One man has slipped past. Automatic allows Dupree to get ever so close, and sure enough, element of surprise. Even Flusha dies because he's caught on that first step into the site. I think this is all Dupree in the pistol. Automatic shoulder peeking created just a slight opportunity for that to unfold. And Dupree will take that opportunity.
And Device just swung out and just clapped him. That was nice.
You can see these CTs entirely caught off guard by
It's
Dupree's
tough.
proximity.
Basically played a 50-50. And here it is. He literally... No, that's it. It's an interesting swap. There's just two SMGs changing places. But now they don't have info on Arch, so the setup is passive. They're assuming it's going to be a lane hit, and they might be correct about it. I don't know how they knew.
This is a good setup, Cloud9 with a read. I'm excited to see how Automatic decides to pop out of this. Whether or not, yes, certainly he does decide to strike. He's been spotted by Device, but it's him and Golden with the first 2 kills, so this looks fantastic. Cloud9 starting to lose one body, and Automatic's tag, but it's the swarm that's coming in now. You'd assume this is done for. I mean, it is Device and Zipex, and it is now down to the 1v1. Skadoodle is denied, and a 2v5 from Astralis keep them in full control.
It's a proper definition right there.
And now I feel like the landslide has already started. The boulders tumbling down the mountaintops. Although, finding a little resistance on the way down, actually. Astralis have not been able to roll over Cloud9 this round. They've lost 2 bodies. Despite, I believe, hanging on to that initial 5 versus 4, Astralis find themselves at a disadvantage for now.
It's familiar scenes.
I don't know if Astralis are ever in a disadvantage until they're all dead.
Yeah, that's
right?
true.
Like, until there's
It's like Chuck
no
Norris.
pulse.
It's like a Chuck Norris meme, right? Astralis can never be disadvantaged, but this is about as sealed up as it can get. Bomb left at top mid, Glaive moving into CT spawn. He's actually ignored the fact that Flusha went past him in CT, so I don't know if Golden gets caught off guard here, but seems to have a good idea of how to approach this 2v1 situation. Well, there's an opportunity lost Flusha to pick up.
Could still be problems because Cloud9 have not walked away. It is too far gone to tuck tail. They are going to try and deny Astralis that 15th. Remember, no overtime, only draws here. So you might as well play for the win. But Golden can't even get past the cusp of Banana. Skadoodle dropped after the fact and rushed 11 HP. He too is done for.
You know, I think the Molotov went a little bit too far, which was kind of unfortunate. It looked like a good bounce to me too, so I guess he just like slightly overshot it, but I think didn't realize that that would be the primary objective.
Whoa. Rush. Lingers. Possibly a little too long. Caught by Zipex. No defense now from this balcony side. Golden's going to have to go down towards Banana. He tries to make a play. He's feeling desperate, as they should be, because it is just Skadoodle's off and 2 sidearms left up here for Cloud9. The trade frag connects. Ska could get the next. It was over towards Pit, but the bomb is long gone, heading over towards B, where Flush is already ejected. Unfortunately, despite knowing that there's a player behind him, he's losing all of his time in this instance, but he finally hears it. The scope, though, that should give Zipex the info, and Zipex is going to continue to do what he's doing. Stand still and just wait and wait until finally Ska is spotted at the B site. Now he's going to be entirely boxed in. Astralis with a flawless, nearly T side. Beautiful stuff. 16-7. Convincing victories from Astralis, regardless of their T side, CT side, does not matter. But this is a fast one, and Astralis, like stars, fly through the sky and suddenly are looking to overwhelm Lekro outdoors. He's down. Device with an opening kill and a little bit of a push from NIP up into the locker rooms. They have gone. Astralis caught Dennis. Nice little corner. He's able to blindside with a headshot, and that's exactly what's trickling in. Headshots aplenty. Bomb's been thrown out into the open, and Astralis, they're fighting to maintain this, but then just as they do,
And then somebody dies in heaven. Everything falls apart. Pulled the string off the ball of yarn after this streak, right? This is, and it's going to start with pistols. It's not going to come without at least one.
Patience. That right there. That double kill from Device is pure patience.
He waited.
And hopefully not soon blanketed in bullets. But he could certainly pound them back the other direction if this goes unchecked. The problem being, if he's the last man up, then it's just a matter of trade fragging outwards, and the rest of his team have died one after another. Dennis comes in off of the ramp, and this is just going to eject bomb back up towards A. Rotation so important on Nuke.
Unbelievable. That's totally gamed the system right there. They used Zipex to get the information and to bait everyone to going into lower, so they didn't wait for a reaction. They were ready to go the hit upper. And that puts Dennis in a pretty okay position. He's here in heaven. You can kind of see into the site. Magic's going to well, it looks like a 50-50 and goes down. 2v2 now.
Dennis swapping out the weapons, closing that distance. Glaive's going to be caught into the open as well. He's looking towards vents. This is an excellent retake coming out from Nip. Zipex has to clutch, and Dennis denies.
At high-low position, and I set that up so to talk about the potential for a retake, but here this is unbelievable how clean he is with each of these engagements, all these headshots instantly, and Glaive had his attention taken away from him as well, so Rez might have done something there to pull him into watching the event.
Yeah. And because they had no idea, there's enough time for positions to be taken up. I mean, look at Zipex go. He's going to be right up in the face of this ramp push. If the other Ts can draw the attention past him, then Zipex could just blindside, but nobody's there, and Lekro clears close. It looks like Astralis just bailed on Zipex, left him to his own devices, as it is he and Dupree over towards Decon. Door swung wide, right into the face of Device. Dupree trades effectively, back into the 1v2, but it's through the door, he's dead.
It gets for top teams, and 84 is obviously exceptional. Not surprised Astralis holds that number.
We'll see if we can get Nip to chip away at said statistics, but Dennis and Get Right combined for 4. The auto shotty and Lekro get it done. So stats out the window. This is a cohort of 3 terrorists moving down ramp. They do still have that one over towards the secret stairs. Rez very much exposed inside this bomb site, but his teammate has control of the only door really on him. So Rez with the trigger discipline. Now he's going to fire off. Can't get the second with the spray down. And it's going to leave it on both Lekro and Dennis. Coming in from the same direction. Locked out the first. The second goes past. 1v2 for Dennis. Device and Glaive on the other side, and they've got the advantage of being above him. He'll try to burn somebody out into the open, but there's nobody there. They're holding on top of the catwalk. Using that verticality to their advantage. Device gets the element of surprise, and Astralis back with a 6th.
Adjust accordingly.
Oh, that's nice, Rez. He's gotten both the kills so far this round, single-handedly taking them down. Astralis to a 3v5. Give us just one more. At least one more.
Make it a clip. Why not?
It's not an order without the fries. Lekro heading downwards before Dennis dies. He's got the support, but he has to reload. That's timing. Timing right in and of itself. Glaive with a double kill. And then a third. Glaive dies to Get Right. Collateral headshot. You love it.
You'll love to see that. Oh my goodness. Don't know how that happened. Obviously, the situation just got too crazy to follow closely, but man, the Beast Eagles from Rez and then the double spray down from Get Right.
It's beautiful. It goes 2 ways, right? You see Dennis being overwhelmed by the sudden door opening, and then that's how Get Right gets his 2 kills. Opens the door behind them, so it goes both ways.
It's true. Are you going to guess that we're not going to do that this time? Or are you going to use a lot of your bullets, a lot of your attention, a lot of nades to make sure that we're not calling a bluff?
Yeah, look how close Dennis is downstairs. I mean, he has to lock it down, and just like that, they come wildly out from Squeaky Door. This is a full-on A-hit. Get Right from above strikes death. Like a guardian angel, he's locked down this A site. Near single-handedly. Lekro comes in with 2. Dennis clears the board on the A site. And Get Right's consistently been up here. I'm not sure. It's just so hard to check.
They're not looking, and that's why Fur always played this spot, because even though it was a blind spot that caused players to be able to sneak down the vent, for him, if they come upper...
7-8 would still be great for Nip. I mean, not on a map like Nuke, some would say. I think they'd be happy with this result. Astralis a beast. But this one's not over yet. Dupree still has something to say. He's got Device by his side. Kills continue to trickle in. Not even that much damage goes back the other way either. The rotation from Nip is going to be all in on ramp. Bombs planted behind Silo, so that's not going to give them any line of sight, and Dupree gets out of the sight just in time. Now Device, he's still anticipating something down from vents, and eventually his position is just going to be so useless. He cannot contest the bomb site. In fact, neither of them can contest this bomb site until they go over to this double door, swing that wide open and try to contest. But remember, bomb's planted on the other side, so they could sneak off this defuse. There's no way to get Right out, I don't think. It's a smidgen of an angle, and he's got the cover of smoke. A Molotov way too late. And Astralis, they just flubbed an afterplan.
Oh my god. They look solid on some of those. They literally had 5 alive on versus gun rounds on some of those rounds, and now we have another upper rush to start the pace off top.
really quick one. Glaive just pops 2 noggins. Get right, Lekro dead. Bomb thrown out as well, so things are now slowed down ever so slightly. Magis comes to help, and Glaive is still just running around. It's ring around the rosy for a 3rd kill from him. Device the last, and a pistol for Astralis.
On Nuke on their 4th pistol win of the day. So that's going to make things a whole lot easier, even if you have some rounds that maybe didn't go your way and you kind of want to think about why. But Glaive with a sigh of relief.
On a map like Nuke, well, how often do you think you have to go over it in practice? You know, how many times are you actually prepping for it? Whereas Nip, you know what you're expecting. You know what kind of beast lies ahead. But right now, a beast has been put to sleep. Zipex dead on ramp. Glaive with an element of surprise can only get himself 1 kill. The scout misses from Device, and so the lower bomb site is open for business, so it seems. Magisk is still floating around. Dupree can't stop the plant because it's inside of the smoke. Very difficult position for Astralis, even if they wanted to leave. I mean, they are just being enveloped by NIP. Still, he deals some damage, so that should be the kill. Most certainly is. And now Magisk runs for the save.
In a lot of games with top teams right now, and we can see why.
Fast clash, I love this. Just an absolute and immediate change of pace, but it's actually a bit of a ruse. It's called all of the rotations towards this A site when in reality Nip have prioritized B. They've chucked the bomb downwards, they've worked their way into the control room, and because they did this so quickly, you don't see the rotation in place for Astralis. It's very frantic, separate 1v1s, and while Astralis have done a good enough job to keep this 2v2, it has been incredibly close, as was that kill both ways. Rez and Zipex lucky to be alive, both of which have fallen their teammates. But Magis can't find this bomb. However, he takes the kill, and that's most important. First and foremost, a tap could anticipate this peak. Rez gonna go for it, and now it's confirmed. He's up in control. Magis needs to flush him out. He'll charge, and he will go down.
For the cost of $600, a couple of smokes, it maybe eased it up for them to go upstairs.
Any Molotovs counter Magic's spot? No. This is a position that obviously Get Right was playing it so consistently, but Magic does still get cleared from Rez. Dupree a little delayed, but successful nonetheless. A 4 versus 2 is established until Dennis clears this outer player. Still looks like they want to come in on A, and unfortunately for Dennis, Glaive shut down Lekro. That was the bomb, and all 5 of the deaths here for Nip happen on this A site. An immediate rotation downwards from Glaive. I feel like that just kind of assumes that now they have lobby control, because you can see, of course, Zipex coming in from ramp, the flank. He has this cleared. So outer has to be possessed by Nip if they have anything at all, but what they don't have is kills. They've been shut down on the forefront, and nobody else looks to overface here from Astralis. Wow, the kill feed just full.
Pulled apart
of Astralis.
Limb from limb. What can you say? Dupree, stalwart in the mini position. They are just like hitting all of his shots. Look at that. Just going for the last tap as well, and that marks the time.
In a row wasn't enough to get on fire. Then doing it in that fashion, you know, we should have an explosion and then flames.
Sure. Yeah, I want to see more pyrotechnics. Didn't look tickled at all. I mean, I'm sure he was mad inside about getting dinked through that box. But this could be one of their last chances to win. And Zipex, of course, from the ramp now in the later stages of the game, coming back into the fold.
Yeah, I feel like 12 of the last 12 kills from Astralis have been all headshots. I mean, finally that trend is broken, but the message is still clear. Astralis are the best team in the world, and even more so on Nuke. 16-11 versus NIP. They will take their win, and they continue through this first stage of Istanbul flawlessly.
Yeah, 19-0, and it obviously seemed very competitive. The fact that Astralis won those 2 pistols is great.
Part of the season found ways to open bomb sites left and right versus MIBR.
They just smited them in the middle of Dust 2. It was unbelievable. Stewie opening up with a great headshot. Oh my god! Falling back through the window and taking down Magus. That is not bad at all. Could it be now 5 versus 3 as Astralis try and cross into the bomb site? They're going to get the bomb plant, sure, but this retake here for the CT side should be fairly powerful. Dupree's holding the bottom of Dark, and if he goes down, there is no more defense on this B-bomb side. Tariq easily going to get rid of him now. They should be able to actually not even crunch through Dark, which is a little bit scary maybe. Sip wants to put some pressure on. They're going to lose Glaive, and he takes 2 immediately, turns around and tries to get the 3rd. It's not going to happen. They're going to change their minds. They run up to Catwalk and run into a Molotov. I mean, this is not fun for them at all right now. 18 seconds, 1 mistake, and this round is going to be lost just due to time. Fallen Just putting a little bit of pressure on there. Close range is Cold Zero on the other angle, and they're getting funneled into this, lining up in a... Oh my god, a team kill as well. 2 on 3, and they are simply out of time. Great defense here from MIBR.
Yeah, you could say that he had no intention of actually committing to that peak as well. He literally pops up to shoot 1 bullet, waits for a little, like...
The battle just kept happening, and Dupree showed up
I've
and
had
said,
enough.
yeah, you know what? I can get this shot.
Stop bullying my star player.
Are they gonna... Yeah, they're gonna go for the run boost. Gets... Oh my god, it's the headshot and the follow-up from Device. It can't be real. Cold Zero now, down on the A ramp. He's gonna fall back in time. It must have made a bit of noise there, but I don't think Glaive is actually realizing a 3 kill as the bomb goes down, and Device is gonna fall. That is crazy. I would love to see that from MIBR's point of view, because that must have looked just insane. Getting very close now. Fallen. This is scary. Oh my god. How did he get that shot? Taking down Glaive. That's so impressive. And now they try for the bomb plant yet again here. 3 on 5. Sip taking 2. Tarek's going to get 1 in return. And Stewie trying to edge for the smoke. Sip just spraying blindly. Oh my god, he takes him down. Stewie. That's such a dangerous fight. No bomb plant happening. That was denied earlier. And he knows he's behind the truck. He's going to take him back. Device gets 1 big kill, but there's no cover here. You can shoot right through those windows. 5 in a row. MIBR on fire here.
So that, I guess that upside for Astralis is already gone. And if MIBR can show up a bit, or show a bit of a fight here on Dust 2, Astralis might not feel as comfortable.
It's a good find for Cold Zero. Doubling up on the aggression, getting the kill. 4 on 3 now. Not connecting through the door either. Tarek wants to go back and see if he can make this one work. First pushing out in top of Dark. Stewie's going down though. And Tarek, yeah, I mean, he was going to go down one way or the other there. Almost impossible. Fur might snag a kill with the Max 7, which would be good for the money, but that's a little bit long range for the Max 7 to work. I think Glaive will pick up a kill. It's hard because they're throwing flashbangs over the wall from the T side, so you're not always sure exactly what's happening.
Yeah, you have to have like a preset angle going into it.
They already have the B bomb site, so it's
firmly in the grasp of Astralis right now.
Yeah, they've got this one on lockdown. Not quite. I mean, I kind of feel like when they buy this stuff, you wish they could get a bit more out of it. A couple of kills would have really helped out here. It's still possible, but that Molotov is going to put some pressure on them. But it's bomb down. The rest, they're just hunting for it.
It's gonna get.
You could imagine someone just walks in and dies to this without even having an idea because it's just so unexpected.
Oh yeah, you can see Cold Zero, yeah, with the nade in his hand. He's not ready for it. Oh, Dupree's gonna find the follow-up on Fallen as well. He's gonna find a third. Fur. Oh, living dangerously. Does manage to get 1, but not before Glaive immediately responds with a frag on his own. And that's the entire A-bomb side just gone. And that was not the intention of Astralis at all. They were not intending on getting an A hit here. 15k on Sipnix, 12.5 on Glaive, 11.5 on Magic as well. Like the poor person in the team is Device at 7.2k.
Yeah.
That is a pretty ridiculous situation to find yourself in. And right now it's been like they're gonna take a country mile every single time you give them an inch. And Magic this time again, Astralis being good at utilizing spawns.
Absolutely great flashbang to retake long control for just a minute. Oh, Tarek, he wants that rifle. He's going to fall back. Can he make it around the corner? Barely. Oh my god, he wins the fight. That's out of control. Taking down Device. You have no idea how hard that is to do. If you're Tarek, getting back from long and running into that catwalk player, I mean, it's 9 out of 10 times you're just dead immediately. He gets that kill and turns around for long. That's so impressive. I can't believe he did that. Tarek is just a world-class player. You saw it in the last map as well. Cash, that 1 versus 3 that he had was just impressive, and now he's back at it again. Fur is going to be going down. It's still a 2 on 2. Stewie getting 1 good shot off on Glaive. Leaves Magisk alone, and he's going to go aggressive. Yes, the bomb is down, but he knew he can't stay alive, just hiding down here. Going to be 1 good shot. Tarek gunned inside. Can he finish what he started? Jumps down and gets a shot on him. Quad kill from Tarek. Impressive round.
Majority of his body is actually tucked away, and I mean, if you miss that shot, you're just dead. This is 100% of the time.
There's a lot of. I mean, this is everything about this is madness. You should be dead when this happens.
Yeah.
The fact that he waits as well. Yeah, he's just
ice cold.
He's not going to get the shot early. He's just waiting for him to be airborne, and then he gets the easier shot. Nice headshot from Cold Zero, falling back. Finally, MIBR managed to put out the flame of Astralis for just a while. We'll see if they can continue here. Got that opening and a good grenade follow-up.
Oh, and again, Glaive manages to get his way out into mid. Device is going to follow up on Tarek. Do you have the bomb? But look at Fur. He's on a bit of a mission here.
Definitely do. Fur has been sneaking up behind him, and just as the ball, oh, he's going to get caught. I think he wanted to try and see if he could surprise them there. Nice headshot from Cold Zero yet again.
That's obviously going to give Magic time to potentially get a trade in. Cold expecting a flash to be in there. That's just Magic trying to pick up an op. May not. But it seems like Astralis on there. Well, they don't need auto snipers, and they want to set up, take up the pace. Really got along really quick and early. Flashes pummeling over the long area. Magic's going to find Terry. Cold Zero pushes aggressively through the smoke, but is found by Glaive, and that leaves Fallen on the A bomb site. He's gonna have to stem the tide. Does so well.
Wow, he even jumps for the second one. This is a little bit crazy. Sees the gun being thrown around. He knows somebody else is in pit, but 2 on 3. That was a great long take from Astralis, but then it's kind of been slowed down a little bit. Fallen sneaking into the middle, the smoke going up in front, and they're going to try and challenge it. Sip and Glaive to close it out. 8-7 in favor of Astralis. That's after losing the first 5 rounds in a row, so...
I mean, we've seen Astralis beat SK 16-0, but we've also seen them lose 16-1. Execute towards this A-bomb site. Sevnix gets flashed out. Oh, actually drop into CT spawn.
This is what they tried to do against Astralis last time, and it didn't work. This time it does. It's so beautiful as well. 2-man drop, but Dupree and Device are going to combine for a couple of kills there. 25 seconds trying to crush this bomb site. Dupree and Magus are still inside. If Fallen dies with the bomb in this window, and he does, that's an absolute disaster. Now, Stewie alone, 1 versus 4. No bomb planner, nothing to fight for him. He's playing a dangerous game of, I don't know, whack-a-mole that's going on, and he's not getting it. There's no chance. He's going to run into 4 players that are waiting for him.
Curious about what the end game is, because obviously when you drop down spawn, normally you'd see teams have a smoke drop down, so they don't have to worry about their backs. Instead, you see actually Astralis being able to find multiple picks from the players who drop down. Even if they find Glaive and spawn initially.
He doesn't even know right now. Stewie's snuck all the way up by the truck, and yeah, he's still not really realizing. He's going to walk right back into it. I think now he's going to know, but it might be a bit too late. He's in so much trouble. Great back up there. Dupree taking a kill, and Fallen goes down.
His NIP days as well.
Yeah, I think I always think of it as the Fox position, but I guess that is, I mean, by now, that's kind of a slightly obscure reference. That's a pretty good grenade. Sip just readjusting. No trouble here for Astralis. Going to be at 13 rounds. That's a lot to deal with right now for MIBR.
We're just hoping that they can crawl underground.
It's really not easy if you're MIBR trying to figure out the map picks for the finals at all. Yeah. Dupree, that is a great one tap.
So cold. Knows, like, the second he fires off that bullet, knows he doesn't need any more. Right now, this is a bit of a chokehold.
Yeah, and
it is really tough because you don't want to expend any smokes to potentially smoke off double doors, because you want to eventually get through double doors to get some sort of mid control. And you also want to save some of your utility not only for the CT spawn smoke, but also potentially for, you know, retakes, blocking off door, all that kind of stuff. It's just really, really hard to deal with. And Fallen, one of the more hopeful attempts at taking long control with the MAC-10 I've seen. He's going to get punished pretty severely as well. But Tarek's found some footing here on B.
2 on 4. They need rounds. The bomb is a top mid. They have to be bomb side. They forgot one crucial part of this plan, Ben. Just one. Oh yes, Stewie. Yeah. He drew the short straw and he said, "All right, I guess I'm gonna hike all the way back. Let's see how this goes." Tarek is sneaking through the smoke on the other side. I mean, he's actually done it somehow. He's made his way through. He might get both these kills. He's backing in, but if he had kept going, maybe he could have got Device as well. I don't know what's happening. Dupree. Oh, he sees it as well. This is so strange.
Oh, man.
Oh, well.
It's like when you write the perfect theses, but you forget to add sources, so you fail anyway.
Yeah, the footnotes, they're all gone.
Dupree is going to find Tarek eventually. Tarek's done a masterful job of just being able to keep the attention of at least one of the Astralis players over towards that B bomb site. So there is an avenue here for Stewie. Might have to realize that, oh, that's risky.
He's going to get shot in the back. Dupree already sees it. I mean,
that is a bit of an issue, as you talked about. This is, again, a preview of the grand finals. Glaive's still going to win out that fight. Actually finds a second one as well before Fallen's able to reply. Boy, everything's just going from bad to worse for mid in Brazil right now.
Yeah, improvement, but not really far enough, it seems. And Tarek going to have the wrong weapon out. Gets taken down by Magus now. 1 versus 4 here, and it's going to be the end. 16-7 as Astralis take down MIBR on Dust 2. Definitely better, and they could have won the pistol on the second half, as you said. That would have maybe encouraged some more confidence. But Astralis still looked like a very, very good Dust 2 team. 25 kills there on Dupree.
Yeah, 25 kills.
First map being trained, and we're actually just gonna head straight to the casters. Everyone's ready to go. No one wants to waste any more time, so I'm very happy to present Scrawny and Launders.
Yes, that is true. Thank you so much, Moses. We are here with the grand finals of Blast Istanbul. The two best teams here in Turkey, and they are starting this one off so quick. It is, of course, Train, and it's a fast fight on the B-bomb site with Device finding those first 2 frags, but he's lost his teammate. That's Zipex down over towards the other side of Train, and Device hasn't fallen off at all. In fact, Device is going to come skewer this from the side. There's the first and the second. He's looking for the ace, and what a way that would be to kick off this pistol. Tarek, little does he realize, being wrapped from behind, he's done. And Astralis will take round 1. Just come to him. They could all line up, unless they all go past, because 3 players down ramp thanks to the flash. Fallen, the last one in, and Device has all this info. There's no way they assume he's still up here, you'd think. And it looks like Device, just like in the pistols, just gonna stop the plan. He picks up the kills to go with it. Device and Glaive. And Device yet again.
The smoke getting reflashed is clearly going to be a thorn in the side of MIBR, who it seems like they want to get ahead with things.
Really want to get their footing on this B site. They're going to have to go through fire if they want it. They're going to have to fight tooth and nail. And they will pick up 1 kill, sure, but Device, there's just no solution to him right now. Tarek, okay, gets something towards that A site, so a little bit becomes in question, but with Bomb in their line of sight, you'd think they should still be able to control this. It's a smoke for Fallen that he's going to be able to plant inside of. Although, 2 kills right back. Tarek nowhere to be found, and that's a defuse as well. This is Astralis with 5.
They've just got it, yeah. I can't help but think that they had, and I think if it was even something as such as a small fake, either way, it put them in such an awkward position, having to run down the map through the ramp through the Molotov. It's clearly not what they intended to do out of spawn. It's actually quite easy to hit a headshot from beneath if a player looks down into ladder. So it looks like he's playing with fire, but there's only a couple of angles that people typically will peek you from.
There it is, 1 and 2. Beautiful. Just as you alluded to, those headshots connect with what looks like ease, and Device will take 2 more. So welcome, Astralis. And Glaive's gonna get dangerous. Right on the cusp of T-Con. He's got 2 players on the other side of this, Bomb and Op included with Fallen. 2 towards Pop Dog, and that last man, Tarek's gonna be lurking in through Ivy, but yes, sure, the smoke does fade to the favor of Glaive, picking up the first kill, dropping Bomb. Getting the confirmation now because there's 30 seconds. There's 30 seconds for them to get out and deal with this bomb site. But again, they can pinch this still. There's a dedicated defense from Astralis over towards Ivy, but now that gets pulled away, and just as it does, it's perfectly layered, but it does fall on Zipex, and he too just gets blown away. Welcome MIBR to the game.
In great fashion as well. This is a clinic, honestly, a great round in so many respects. We had the very simple trade at T-Con. As soon as Ivy smokes came out, they decided to look for information there, but MIBR were ready for someone to flash in and went 1 for 1, and that's all they needed. T-Con for some kind of small pick if they want to do anything inner, because a lot of the times now it looks like they're posturing for outside.
They get themselves down ladder just to find Glaive on the other side. He had only just then, at that moment, burst back inwards as they fell. Right place at the right time. Could grab himself another, but for now it's over towards the site that Dupree kicks himself to. Straight up run out. I mean, it's not the first time Astralis have given up this real estate, given MIBR possibly a false sense of security. Because while they have been offered some footing towards the site, it's not that the defense isn't here. I mean, Astralis, they're ready for this retake, and before the bomb's even planted, they've lost 2 more bodies. Dupree's position known. Device as well has fired a shot or 2, and Z Connector's still in firm control, and all the while they're winning these duels, they still have that continuous wraparound from Glaive. What could be the nail in the coffin is that flank. Stewie dropped, and now Coldzera's down with him. 5 deaths versus MIBR, and Astralis only lose 2. This is continuing to look
For a sharper blade right now, they're able to call out on reads what needs to be done. They're also able to respond to grenades and map control takes, like when...
I also feel like MIBR weren't tested in their positions last round, and oh my god. More headshots aplenty, pistols up close, do nothing. There was an AK, sure, that Catalyst rifle in this one, but it doesn't get much done, just a single trade.
Interesting as the clock ticks down. No one making movements. Dupree late to respond. Wants to go up the ladder too. He's being very aggressive about this.
Just trying to bang frags around, just trying to distract maybe. I mean, even if he calls attention, that'd be great. But now it's 2 kills back for the favor of MIBR. They have a man advantage in this after plant, and you do see the CTs just trying to get desperate here, running forward, blanketing it in smoke, and just jumping on the bomb. It's a desperate defuse, but it's nearly there. Fallen will deny it for a second.
Pistol round out right now. Molly to back 6 to assist instead of a smoke for the players to come up Ivy.
Then they put down their own smoke to the left side. It is still a bit of a smoke trying to obscure this. Fallen ready to receive, but it looks like Astralis are going to try to make the most of their opponent's smoke by going into the train yard itself. It's the flank around from Stewie and a push up from Fallen that doesn't net him a second kill, but still leaves us in this 3 versus 2. Zipex, having wrapped around from Ivy, can't connect the headshot, and maybe Glaive comes to help, but he's gone. So Glaive finds himself alone, and then Stewie just slays him. MIBR with at least a chance to improve.
So it's the half deco for Astralis this time.
Nice flash grenade. Zipex gets one fully blind. MIBR are losing bodies and giving up guns. I believe that's a FAMAS soon to be retrieved. On top of the MP9 of Zipex, Glaive denied up close. The ump good for a single kill, but now it falls to Cold and Stu. And only Cold. He's got 3 opponents ahead, but it looks like they'll eject and head towards the B site. Oh no, not like this. On both sides of the map, which hasn't gotten them past the line of defense just yet. Scout shot's good to damage Zipex. He drops to 15. Still, this bomb could be planted. There's no utility here for MIBR to try and stop it with frags or fire. So sure enough, the retake will be on. And 2 Ts have already ejected their way up back into the upper halls. My question is, does Stewie just get blindsided? Yeah, absolutely. Device goes for the peek and there's nobody there to cover. While Tarek does spot Zipex beneath, that's just a ruse. It calls the attention and it seems like this is it. It seems like Astralis just dumpstered MIBR.
Oh my god.
16-3 on their own map choice.
Yeah, it starts with his pistol.
Let's see if that's the case. We've got a really fast fight here inside a connector. Bombs actually included in this firefight. Tarek wants to give chase to Glaive, who does get away for the time being, but re-peeks to his demise. Another headshot.
I can't remember a performance from him in a single map in a final like that. So
No,
I don't know.
not to be that lopsided. It's going to be off that long contact. Keep your eyes on Device for a second. He is going to be finding Tarek, and sure enough, he takes his head down. So now these 2 CTs are going to get pinched from each side, and yes, just like that, you've got yourself a round. Astralis seem to have managed to at least put this into question, and sure enough, with Device continuing on this expedition, it is gonna be another upset unless Stewie 2K has something immaculate to say, but he doesn't.
Approach all the way to the end of the choke point. Tarek peered at his angle, and then he activated the rest of his teammates to push through, even though Fur played that masterfully. Even though, in the game of rock, paper, scissors, that is utility.
Realize there could be people here. Spam is good for damage. Fallen doesn't want to scope in, doesn't want to be heard. Will find the fadeaway kill just as Tarek had denied entrance towards this A site. And immediately, MIBR have established a man advantage in this 4 versus 3. The B site is actually being bolstered. Tarek has moved down. They get ahead of this rotation, calling it and stopping it in its tracks. 15 seconds left, and nobody moves further. Excellent hold from MIBR. This is what can truly afford Astralis a bomb plant. And with those Molotovs, that's actually going to disrupt both of the CTs. They put the smoke down for what could cover plant, but Stewie's going to get aggressive. He throws himself into this fray, frantically trying to shut it down, but he's caught fumbling his hands, and Device just destroys Tarek. Sure, Cold is left back towards on Graffiti, but with 20 HP, what's he going to do? He needs his teammates to come bail him out, and they've already started with Fur. It's put us into this equal 3 versus 3, but in order to get closer to the bomb site, someone has to take an initiative. And who's gonna do that? I mean, we've got Fallen swapping to an M4, not wanting to play 2 ops in this retake. He will be the front runner, and he's spotted by Zipex already. Cleaned and cleared with absolute ease, but Coldzera is then the next to fall. Fur with a headshot makes it look so doable, but now he's pulled into the crossfire. He still doesn't know where the last is, but he should have a good idea. Glaive is over towards short, but Glaive has done enough to burn off the time.
He's got nothing to do it.
Device is inside connector, and this time it is Fallen. 0 support in the setup for him. He has it all to do, and there's not even anybody watching up towards parties, so someone could just walk down on him, but that's not the case. He's gonna actually wrap back up and try to get away. However, the peek is there. Prepared is Device. Sure enough, he does drop the Opper. Stewie picks up another kill in the meantime to maintain this man advantage, but bomb is back, time is there. Astralis can make up their minds and play this time.
You know, for again, is once again taking the liberty of just kind of walking at his pace on a big flank that should be the safest route possible. Device is kind of tuned into this. He's on the same frequency and immediately kills for a fair amount of information gained for Astralis, as well as evening up in a situation where MIBR had the man advantage. So finally that costs them. And that awareness should pay off in dividends, as now their options are opened up. 20 seconds up though. That bomb is kind of in limbo at the moment. Will the CTs bite? It looks like...
Whoa, that's the big one. That's the kill right there. Now Zipex whips out the bomb, and
it seems like they're clearly posturing up for a B exec, and it's going to be running the whole way.
Zipex just deleted. Near instantaneously, Dupree falls in the exact same fashion. Stewie's on a tear. That's 3 kills for him. Now he's got the 4th, and Stu's going to pick up this ace if he chooses to. Device is the last man up. That was near instantaneous. Give us the 5th, Stewie. No. All right. Fallen will help him out.
Oh my gosh.
You don't need the ego.
How much did they pay you, Fallen? How much did they pay you?
There it is. The clearing of the board from Fert wraps up and around. So we just said how MIBR still had a chance here.
Their goal is obviously to convert here on the anti-eco, but what a 4K. Look at that running. This guy's like Jason Bourne on the server at the moment.
Through
Running
fire.
Through the fire, why not? Didn't even blink.
We could have a fallback. But it looks like it's at least going to be another volley of nades up and over. The smokes do go. Molotovs to follow suit. Now Tarek is applying some pressure at B, and that's going to lock 2 of Astralis' members down there. But the commitment's on the A site, and they're going to have 15 seconds. That is it. I mean, they are playing this down to the wire. Fur needs to get these kills right here, right now. And you can see the CTs just looking to deny the bomb. If they can deny the plant, then they're good, but they can't. Although bomb's been left behind. Time is the difference maker. As long as the CTs survive, they've got this in the bag. It's Zipex now left, and so it's theirs. Hard to just walk away from long, because if Coldzera goes over this, sure, he could clear the closest corner, but remember, there's going to be support from the site. Not a very fun fight, and still one that they will pick up. Device unable to cover, but the repeat's going to cost Tarek his head. And that's the bomb also thrown out into the open. With 15 seconds left, they know there's no option to head towards B. So we start to get that rotation upwards, and the question now is, do MIBR continue on? Do they try to force the issue? Because they have to do it right now. They need these kills right now. And even despite getting the first one, this round's already lost. For the second time, we'll find MIBR come short at the A site based on the clock. Yeah. Magisk, though, he could find cover behind the sandbags if he's fast enough on his feet, but instead he falls back. Tarek is completely flashed, but still stands. I mean, this is another situation whereby MIBR can get the bomb down. They're going to actually start pushing through and clearing water. There's 3 kills here for MIBR, and they're tying things up at 14. For the Brazilians, he gets up on the barrels, he connects a couple of headshots, and this could have so easily been denied, because you saw how Tarek was flashed at first. You saw how he's standing out in the open with nothing to do. But there's 20 seconds, and time could be a big issue yet again. They don't have control of Monster. They're being shot in the back, but the kills are still coming their way. And with Dupree caught off guard, it falls onto Device. MIBR looking to push this to a 3rd map, and they absolutely will. They will not go down without a fight. They'll continue to defend this title, and we're not going anywhere, Mohan.
They absolutely did the impossible. I can't believe it. They brought it back from such a disastrous half. Look at the tension now between the offense and defense. Dupree gonna jump right into it. The boy band of players standing in the hallway, ready to triple peek.
Just blinded, holding, and burning, so there he goes. But he actually gets a fadeaway headshot in the process, dropping the bomb and delaying the plant, but still not... Oh my, I was gonna say enough, but Device still gets it done. With 1 headshot, he's good. Fur with a reload as Zipex just goes barreling through smoke. Glaive tried to do the same. Zipex took his place, and then Glaive just bailed.
It's 1 of 2 last remaining. That could potentially do it. It counted for them on the second half of overpass to help them bring them back. I mean, there's no way in, you know, there's just no way without it.
I mean, we've got 45 seconds left, and Dupree and Device still hang on to those pieces of utility.
Oh, have they actually cycled back players to refresh the smokes? They've got one more, which means at the 20-second mark they can throw another.
Oh man, he's got the CZ just out in time. He's blind, but regardless, he's dropped bomb. 30 seconds. How many times have we already seen MIBR fall short because of time? This cannot be one of them, but it is looking good. Device and Zipex with kills on the sidearms. Cold's gonna try to bail them out. 15 seconds and 4 opponents still to find. Now it's down to this. It has happened yet again. coldzera just simply does not have the time to win this round. He'll try to fade away, but he doesn't even survive.
And all that talk about how important of a pistol is obviously comes contingent with a thought that they're going to steal up the next 2 rounds as well, as we could see a masterful use of of the smokes that they had remaining. And it seemed like they really were focusing their attention on the B side, even though they were overstacking A. Wow, that Molotov.
Whoa. Zipex very close now, catching the first one off, and he just continues to spray through the smoke. He knows there's presence here, and a frag grenade underhanded could do it, but the CZ's even better. I mean, spam through, and Tarek's dead as well. A solid hold from Zipex. 3 kills single-handed. He's got the support over the shoulder, but he is the rock, the immovable object, until finally his head is punctured. Fade off immediately, trying to reposition, but the reason he's slowed is because they tagged him. Not that that's going to stop him. He still manages to just deny for anything else, and he's up close still. Fallen gets the best of him in the CQC situation. Zipex is going to try and use that smoke so he can fixate on Banana, anticipating the split. But the big question is, the A players can't rotate because they don't know if or when MIBR will rotate back to the other side of the map. Zipex, he's unsure as to their commitment.
Absolutely, the most salient part of the round. Just denying these A players from safely being able to rotate, but Zipex throwing this smoke, delaying the time. 19 seconds left. If he gets 1 kill, that could be it.
Yeah, just needs to deny this plant. He's gonna get that Opper first. He's very good at isolating these kills, repositioning and engaging in 1v1 duels. Somebody has to, absolutely has to pick up this kill. Black with the bomb planted and the 2 players down, that's it. And now they're actually gonna walk forward here, so trying to catch the T's off guard with the shadow. That's a shadow angle that he's not anticipating a second player from, but still successful in killing the first and putting this in a 3v1. Device comes over to support, not finding an angle as of yet. If he exposes himself, then he is so susceptible to the arch push, but there is nobody there. So he just has to gamble and hit a flick like that, because the time is what makes the difference. Astralis locking it down thanks to Lady Luck and a timing on the clutch. It is just so smooth. I wonder how tempted Magisk is to peer around that corner.
Oh, he's probably bloodthirsty right now. Tomato Man's yet to come into full force. Oh, don't give him a shoulder.
So peg it through the chest. Glaive left alone now, trying to call for reinforcements, and Device is coming over. There's a gap, and he lines it up. Substantial damage from Glaive with a frag to follow suit, but Fallen, he's too accustomed to playing Astralis. He knows those frags are always flying. Magisk, as you said, bloodthirsty, and for good reason now, as he tries to upgrade into the AK. Fur may anticipate that there's not a second player here.
Yeah, they've actually played the Bloody Buddy system really well, and Glaive was really patient, even hits the head, but it's not enough. coldzera is totally ready. Dupree, though, to come back and try to answer with his own frag, leaving coldzera alone. Red HP has the bomb and a sight, but does he know that? Does he know the rotation hasn't come out quite yet? It's actually a Device to gamble on it being a B hit.
This is giving a lot of space and a lot of respect to Device. If you can just play that whack-a-mole, peek up and drop down, then sure, you may spot him, but Device, it's just gonna take a single shot. Device is caught, and he's flying as Cold wins the round. A flurry of smokes have gone over the rooftops, blanketing A in cover, but not dealing with the players who still stand here. It is a heavy defense presence. The flashbangs look good, but the entry is denied. Dupree comes in from the corner, and Magisk from the pit. Astralis will keep majority of these rounds.
Just not having a lot of action here, but that's it. Just a sweeping spray into the face of Stewie 2K, and Magisk, his teammate in the crossfire, delivering on the goods.
coldzera actually manages to get his feet on the ground. Now Fallen's dealt with swiftly. They have Cold in a pickle, a pinch, and he's got no way out of it other than superb accuracy. 6 shots in the mag, and none of them will land. It is MIBR to lose this pistol. You're really trying to spell disaster, but they faded off, and Stewie peeks wide just enough to get a single kill. Fur pinned into the box. They know he's here, but that's not going to stop him from hitting headshots. Magus just gets plowed on his attempt to push from the truck, but now look at this go. It's traded yet again. It's all fallen onto Zipex. Selfin goes for the reload. The peeks from Tarek is good, and that is MIVR with an early gun round and a crucial win.
They don't want to be sold a bill of goods. They don't want to think that it might be a double fake.
Stu gets the first, and he's actually able to fall back ever slightly. He hasn't lost any health either. This is a full bar of HP to try and contest the site. 20 seconds left in this fight, and he's now done that. He's delayed it long enough, and things are about to get frantic. They just continue to fall, and it looks like Stewie may have won this round, single-handedly locking it down.
Is with conviction. Fallen is here to stay.
And Dupree's out in the open. Perfect timing. That literally drops the bomb. And Stewie, once again from the back of the site, will be tested. He has 3 Ts inbound, 1 defender with him, and they have 15 seconds to deny this. Nobody's going for the peak, so nobody's able to plant this bomb. Stu dropped, but Fallen stands. 8 seconds. The difference is it is planted now, and Zipex denied. MIVR tie yet again. 4 players blinded by that flashbang. 25 seconds left, and an off position from Tarek is not going to get kills, but it's still such a crossfire. It is still a chokehold. MIVR attempting to defend, but Astralis just punching straight through. Frag after frag, it is theirs, and it falls on Stu with an element of surprise as the bomb's now ticked 1/3 of the way. He's trying to figure out where they're both at, but nobody's showing shoulders, nobody's showing skin. There's the first frag, and it goes right back to Astralis. They are 1 away from securing OT. 25 seconds, and it looks like a wrap. Fur goes down for free. This is going to enable the bomb wrap over towards the B site. Sure, Stewie, he has the cannon. He can fight at a distance, but you've got 3 players so completely overwhelmed by smoke at A that you'd think Stewie can do this. There's 10 seconds left, and he's gotten himself into cover. All he needs to do is stop this plant. They need it now, and Stewie doesn't do it. It looks like Astralis have managed another round. The save has been called, and it is 2 more chances. And this angle from beneath the haystack, that might actually be uncontested. If Coldzera can just keep his attention up, that's huge. He's watching the heads now cross, and he stopped the bomb, and he's got himself another. He's inside of the pit. He's got a teammate here to pinch, and a rotation from Fallen is already a part of the equation. They just can't seem to get past, so the flash does keep this back. Fur, however, falls. Glaive clearing the flank, and this is Astralis. Still, all 3 CTs on A. It's 10 seconds left. This is it, here or now. And Glaive goes down. A 30th round will decide things. Very tricky position now as he works over top of the smoke. He needs to dodge the flashes. He pulls their attention away, but he too pulled off. This is it. This is Astralis with the bomb site. They've managed to get past that defense. They are pinned into the bomb site. No one's over facing. The same crossfire that we saw Stewie struggle with is what now faces Fur. Off of the flash, he blasts right past. Fur looking for a second, cut down with just 1. Stewie, though, clears pit. Graveyard gets him, and it falls on Fallen. Astralis are your champions. They have taken last Istanbul, dethroned the reigning champs, and will now be victorious.
Did you guys enjoy it? Yeah? Let's get you some of these amazing medals around your necks first, chaps, because these look, well, look at these gold things. These look amazing. Don't worry, your hair still looks on point. It still looks great. As soon as the team have their medals, folks, we are then going to ask you to make your way down towards the trophy. And once you lift that, you are officially the champions as well.